Hey guys, check out this video by Grant Cardone on making your first million.
When you got your first $1 million, dude, the first thing you do is you go into terror. And most people just want to hold on to the million. They interrupt the cycle that actually got them the million.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, now I'm going to save. Now, that's not what got you that million. Or they're going to go spend. Both, by the way, produce the same result. Saving's impossible. Spending's stupid. The only way you actually get from million to 10 million, 10 to 100, 100 to a billion is by taking all that money and investing. You can't save it. It's impossible to save money. That's what the banks tell you to do. And then they lend it. They tell you to save the money. You go work hard, pay your taxes. We'll keep it over here for you safe while it goes down in value.
All right, guys, again, don't forget to send us videos to the email address in the description down below. But Kirby, I got stuff to say on this because I'm getting to that first million, but I'm gonna let you open it up.
Uh, the thing is, Grant Cardone was talking to me, not in this video. He actually said the same thing in another video when he was talking to, I think it was some sales guys. I saw that video, but he said the exact same thing in this video. It felt like he was literally talking to me. So at the time, I paid off the house. I just moved to Florida. I paid off the house. I had about, I don't know, maybe half a million at the time saved up. So it's 2012-ish. I had about a half million saved up. And I'm doing everything. Okay, let me start selling stocks because I'm trying to just preserve this, 500,000. And I'm sitting here trying to preserve, very conservative in the stock market. And then I see this video. But now I'm conservative. Now my money is staying the same level it's been. And then like 2 or 3 years passed. Still got the house paid off, but I'm still at a $500,000. Everything I went to super conservative mode because I was looking to, oh, how can I save this? Save this. I didn't have the ideal or concept of, money depreciating. I can't afford the same things with this $500,000 in 2012 that I can afford in 2014. And then I saw this exact video. Well, not this exact video, but the same message that he presented. And I was like, he's talking to me. And then the only thing I said right after this video was, I'm going all gas, no brakes. I didn't get to a $500,000 in my account by being conservative. Just go. And I said, okay, I had to make sure, okay, this stuff, if I go completely bust, I know this stuff is taken care of. The four walls is taken care of. Besides that, all gas. And I ain't talking about, oh, I'm just gonna set $300,000 over here and then I'm just gonna go all gas. No, it's like, all right, it cost me maybe $20,000-$30,000 a year to live because at the time I lived very cheaply and or frugally, whatever they call it these days. And but I was like, all right, besides that, I'm going all gas, all gas. And then just so happened right close to that time, that's when a gentleman talked to me about real estate. I didn't say, oh, I'm about one real estate property and I'm just gonna sit here and hope for the best. I ran the numbers. I was like, all right, this property right here is cash flowing $500. $500 a month. My first property cash flow $500 a month. And I was like, all right, well, that's $6,000 a month, but $6,000 a month ain't gonna do nothing. I was like, hey, I gotta do this. I was like, but if I get 10 of these properties cash flowing at $500 a month, that's $60,000. And then I was like, but if I keep going, then I got enough cash flow to cover all of my expenses because my expenses is maybe like $2,500 a month at a time. So I get 10, I'm almost three times what it is there. And then I was like, but I just went all in. Like I talked to the guy about the rental properties a month, like 3 weeks later, I bought my first one. Less than a month after that, I bought another one. Then I bought a business. Then I bought a commercial property. And I just kept going, kept going. And that's how I've been. I've been all gas ever since. But the cash flow covers, the four walls. But that was my breakthrough moment because for a while, I was just stagnant. I was just literally stagnant. I couldn't do nothing because I thought, oh, I made it. But now I'm not continuing to grow while my money depreciates because the value of the currency was going down. So this video right here, this spoke to my heart right here. Alice, what you got?
Yeah, this one, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I think it applies to like if you make that first $100,000. I remember it wasn't, I mean, too long ago when I made the first 100,000, and from there it's just grown and grown and grown. Now I'm coming up on, a million, and it's the same concept. I don't want to just stay stuck at a million. And but now that as you grow your assets, you grow your portfolio in whichever, investment class, you start to see your income starts to grow more and more. Your cash flow grows more and more. And so that ability to grow, if you keep it the same, if you don't start to try and preserve everything and save everything, if you keep it the same, I mean, it just accelerates. I mean, your income is growing exponentially. Your investments are now growing. The value of your portfolio is growing, which now, if you make 1% on 10 grand, you're making 100 bucks. But if you make 1% on 100 grand, you're making 1,000 bucks. And then once you hit 200 grand and then 1% on that, I mean, and I'm just saying 1% because the market can move 2% in a day. So you start to see those numbers grow more and more. And if you just keep going and then keep just injecting money into it, the more your cash flow increases, the more your income increases, you start to see things really, really accelerate. And we're starting to get to that point now where, we're getting more income from other endeavors, and it's starting to like now it's already surpassed, what we need to live. But now it's like considering that and then still working, it's like having a whole extra income on top of it. So now it's not, now it's like having three incomes instead of two, and it just keeps growing from there. So it's good to see. And I mean, but the key is you got to just keep going. You can't go into save mode.
Right. Yeah, and the key concept is that, and I understood where I was at. I was like, nobody in my family, nobody I ever known, had, $500,000. I can literally see 500,000. 536, 628 was the correct number. I'll never forget it. And then
Oh
I had
man.
it on. I had it. And then the thing was whenever it updated. Then so I went all gas no brakes. So I get from 5 to 8, like 822. And then I'm sitting here looking like, I'm getting close. I'm getting close. And then I remember the video. I couldn't find the video again until now, just now. But I remember the video and I said, just put your foot on the gas, take the risk. Now, for me, is I'm taking a risk. I'm taking a risk. I'm taking a risk. I know no matter what, my family will be all right. I mean, we got endeavors everywhere now, but I knew my family would be all right. And I just said, keep putting on the gas. And that's what we did. We just kept pushing the envelope, kept pushing the envelope. And understand that, you know, I came from nothing. My wife came from a third world country. We wasn't used to, having money. And the first thing the default was save. Even when I talk to, you know, uh, family members and friends, they're just like, oh man, make sure you don't lose it. That's what they were doing now. Then because you're not used to, having it. So like they don't want me to be part of the lottery story. They don't want me to be part of that story. And then they were just telling me based off the information that they had or the knowledge base that they had. And then I said, we going for it. That's it. We going for it. And then we just kept going. We just kept pushing the envelope, kept pushing the envelope. I remember being in Europe, visiting my family in Europe, talking about my wife and son visiting me in Europe, and we still doing deals. I'm there 30 days to visit them. The whole 30 days we doing real estate deals the whole time. So I sacrificed the whole trip just to do more deals, and we kept pushing the envelope. And then, like I've said in a video before, my only goal in life was for my wife to retire and never have to work. If she wants to, that's great, but so she don't have to. If because, and I say that because my wife sacrificed when I was being the dumbass. She was saving her nickels and dimes because she just saw me wasting it on the other side just to keep us afloat, just to keep us, with food on the table. So that was a huge goal of mine, and that's why I said in another video also that when you talk about fun time or leisure time, now that you have the money, where do you go spend fun? I really, I really don't care about it. I had all my fun. I've done everything that most people will never do in their lifetime when I was in my 20s, you know. So for me, it's always focused on the grind. I'm always looking around the corner. I'm always looking down the street. Um, like my wife and my grandchild, they have a great relationship. They call each other all the time. She don't call me. I mean, maybe if my son sees the video, he might get her to call me once or twice. But she never calls me. But she always calls my wife. And they have a great relationship. I'm thinking about her, and that's where my focus is at. I want her to have a good time. I want my sons to have a good time. I want my wife to have a good time. But me sitting there like, oh well, I deserve it because I did this. No, I didn't do nothing. My wife made the sacrifices, and that's just the honest truth. I could sit here and lie to y'all and say, hey, I had this all figured out when I was Alex's age. I didn't. My wife made the sacrifices, so she deserves everything she gets. I always say I'm not even the best investor in my house. I'm not. My wife was sitting here saving the little money she had to make sure the family stay afloat. And then when I said I wanted to go and invest in the little money she had saved, she said, "Here, I believe in you." So my wife was the one that invested in the penny stock, me, and then now she has the life that she has. Because I'm being 100% honest, if the roles were reversed and I was doing this, if I was spending the money that, if my wife was spending money that I was doing and I was the saver, I could be like, oh yeah, here, honey, here you go. I believe you know how to invest. I can't sit here and be honest with you and say, oh yeah, I would have did that. My wife is the best investor in this house, and she deserves all the fruits of the labor that of the investment that she made many years ago. She deserves every bit of it. But I'm still gonna keep pushing the gas. You know, it's all or nothing. You know, it's like the craps table. It's 7-Eleven, or we just gonna have to start over. But we know that her and my son will be taken care of no matter what, and that's really what it is. Besides that, long as the four wall taken care of, we risk it all every time.
That said, guys, if you have any questions or comments, let us know down below. And don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one.